keeping watch over judges. www.cnh.com Keeping watch over judges. Renegade Judge C.S. Karnam committed the grossest and gravest actions of contempt of court and deserved his jail sentence. His later behavior, as the first High Court judge to become a fugitive, only showed the kind of character who slipped through the system to hold high judicial office. These observations in the 7-judge bench's order sentencing Mr. Karnam has only now been made public on the Supreme Court website. Beyond the crass display of a judge who serves as a warning against those who stay in the system but abuse it, his conduct and misbehavior and flight from justice brings out far larger questions of the way judges are appointed in India. In his concurring order, Justice Chelameshwar asks key questions on an appropriate mechanism to assess the personality of someone who seeks a place in the higher courts. The question of selection procedure was settled in favor of the Supreme Court in the Collegium vs. NJAC case. But the Karnam example, bringing disrepute to the system, should open up the debate on internal discipline of judges and courts. How do courts deal with a situation where the conduct of a judge needs corrective measures, besides impeachment? A devil's advocate could argue that someone like Mr. Karnam could slip in regardless of the system under which judges are chosen. Disciplinary committees comprising the Chief Justice and senior Supreme Court and High Court judges may be an obvious solution. To give these disciplinary powers could be the way forward. Comments. Visit website. Those in high office must. This made matters worse. Those in high office must act with dignity. www.cnh.com Those in high office must act with dignity. The recent clash between West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee and Governor Kesharinath Tripathi after serious communal clashes in North 24 Parganas district on the Bangladesh border that have spread is a cautionary tale in how those at the top should act with dignity and courtesy even when they don't agree. The governor, a former RSS man and a former UP speaker, who had been criticized for his partisanship, apparently ticked off the CM telephonically on the basis of what he heard from a BJP delegation. The CM was furious. She went public with the claim that the governor had been insulting on the phone and accused Mr. Tripathi of behaving like a block-level BJP leader. This made matters worse. The governor hit back with a public comment saying he had only asked the CM to control the law and order situation, and the CM's response was meant to emotionally manipulate the state's people. It would have been better if the governor had been dignified and not referred to his talk with the CM in public, especially given Union Home Minister Rajnath Singh's counsel along those lines to both the governor and the CM. Also, the governor could have appeared less intrusive. He could have merely urged the CM to have the communal conflagration looked at more closely. He gave the impression of going farther than that. Ms. Banerjee is right to remind Mr. Tripathi that she has been elected by the people while he was appointed. In recent times, several BJP-appointed governors have ended up creating trouble for themselves and the state to which they were assigned. Not long ago, the governor of Arunachal Pradesh called an assembly session in a private space to get even with the non-BJP CM. More recently, the Tripura governor had tweeted communally polarizing statements, saying the Hindu-Muslim problem can be resolved only through a civil war. In Puducherry, Lieutenant Governor Kiran Bedi administered the oath of office to 3 MLAs nominated by the centre, thus poaching on the Speaker's preserve. Really, what's going on? As per the Sarkaria Commission's recommendations, a governor must rise above political partisanship, and to ensure this a politician should be appointed only if sufficient time distances him from his political incarnation, as it were. The Congress too was guilty of sending retired politicians to Raj Bhavans as a reward. But under Narendra Modi, certain governors seem to have gone out of their way to show partisanship. This was not envisaged in the constitutional scheme. West Bengal's Trinamool government has taken a fairly tough line on the communal issue. It can be more proactive. It should also probe if blasphemy was committed against the beliefs of Muslims, who turned violent, by agents provocateur. Comments. Visit website.